You can't make this stuff up. I mean, even if you sat down and really did your best, you couldn't duplicate this if you tried. Now, after a 72-hour premiere countdown timer over on YouTube, followed up by a ton of hype tweets, Fantastic needed to come out of the gates on fire. And I've got to tell you, this was 6 minutes of wasted airtime. Welcome back to the channel. This is Lieutenant Buzz Lightbeer and the day before. I don't even know if I could say that without the risk of getting this video hit with a trademark strike. Well, for now, we're just going to roll with it. Anyways, the day before and Fantastic have been doing their best to put the community on blast, firing off weird, cynical tweets, vowing to fight the actual trademark owner, as if you're going to have any luck with that. And then the cherry on top was to be this dev vlog showcasing the improvements made on the game since it started development in 2019. So they're claiming 4 years of work on this game. Make sure to drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and ring the notifications bell to receive all my latest day before uploads. And yeah, let's get into this one. Now, as soon as this one kicked off and the footage actually started rolling, I immediately thought this was a development video for one of Fantastic's earlier game releases, The Wild 8. Now, I've spoken about this top-down wilderness survival game in a previous upload, and this early day before footage from 2019 looks like a third-person perspective, better graphical version of Wild 8. They talk about stylized, cartoonish graphics and handmade animations all set in a winter setting. And just being honest here, if we forget all the nonsense with Fantastic, all their lies, the delays, all this negativity surrounding their current project, so if we could just erase all of that and travel back to 2019 and I got to see this game and I didn't know anything about Fantastic, just being honest again, but this looks like something I would truly be interested in playing. I mean, as you see the comparisons throughout this vlog, I am constantly drawn to the more authentic and original vision of what this game began as. We've got a HUD, there's vehicles, map icons, some actual zombies rushing at the players. I mean, this version looks to at least have some core gameplay mechanics that are visible and present. When they eventually progress over to the 2020 version of the game, it starts to look even better. We've got a player busting through a fence, mowing down some zombies. It is described as a world where every building could be looted and interacting with other players. I mean, is this not what we've been wanting in a next-gen survival MMO? Even the zombie death animations look far superior to what we saw in this last 10 minutes of gameplay footage they posted a few weeks ago. I saw camp building, crafting of basic survival equipment, and then it just all kind of goes south when they start showing off the current version of the game, now called TDB because they lost out on securing the rights to the day before trademark. And don't worry, I'm not going to throw all the screenshots and rehash every little detail about this issue right now. But if anything, I believe showcasing the previous version of the game compared up to present day was actually a complete backfire, because I learned more about what the vision for the game used to be in 2 minutes than over the course of hours of vertical slice trailers I've seen showcased since 2021. I mean, think about that. In a couple of minutes of old showcase footage, I saw more about the core mechanics, the gameplay, at least some of the capabilities of our crafting than I have seen in these dozens of trailers Fantastic has released since 2021. About halfway through this showcase, they hit what feels like a major fault line, and it kind of brings me to this point where they start showing off everything since that 2021 announcement trailer. And after seeing this showcase, seeing these side by side, I've got to be honest here again, guys, but I think they seriously fucked up with this revamp. Those older character models at least had some character, no pun intended, because when they tried to start showing off just how much their character models have improved, they actually look less, I don't know, I'm at a loss for words here, believable? Yeah, I mean, let's go with that for right now, believable. The stylized characters look gritty, like they've actually been through the shit, which is a dramatic difference to the current realistic versions, which, as many of you have commented, I mean, this female looks ripped right out of Fortnite. Plus, does anybody see the reflections on her hair? I mean, this whole thing just screams clip art to me. Okay, so let's next talk about what was actually missing from the dev vlog, and this was what the community most wanted to see, a thorough and comprehensive deep dive into the core game mechanics. And yeah, after 6+ minutes of watching this vlog, I still couldn't tell you anything more about this game than I knew before watching the video. Now, it's mentioned that vehicles and driving are at the heart of this game. Not featured anywhere. There's mention of a realistic body dismemberment system for the zombies, so if you actually blast off one of their limbs, it should just fly and fall off. Shown in previous trailers, but not featured in any new gameplay here. They say that they've worked on zombie AI character control systems, but again, no specifics. How have these been modified? What was done? How has it been changed? Again, here was a golden opportunity to show a live dev at a desktop working in the game engine and running back through different animations and specifics, kind of explaining everything, and nothing, just old trailer footage. And then they start to get into areas of the game we've never seen in anything other than a few seconds of trailer footage. There was this whole trait points menu system with positive and negative status effects. I mean, yeah, when is that going to show up in the game? There's mention of quests, a world hub system, character customization, and then a very specific mention about the work they've done on the multiplayer aspect of the game. And again, I'm going to hammer this point home. You can self-describe a game and its core loops and functionality, but until you show it in motion, live, it's all just jibber jabber. I seem to say this about the day before over and over again in my uploads, and here it is yet again. A golden opportunity to turn the page, to be more specific, to be more upfront with the game, behind the scenes with the nuts and bolts of the product, because at this point, that's the only thing that is going to convince anyone that this game is actually more than a tech demo, and again, they squandered it. On top of that, the entire thing sounds like it was filmed in the lobby of an office building. It almost looks like they're on a game show set. You constantly hear people speaking in the background. I even hear kids kind of screaming. There's also a splash about prop night. They talk about their volunteers. And then the ultimate item they mentioned in the video description, this mega tool that allowed them to break through into the land of making a better zombie survival MMO, is this shift from that original snowy backdrop and stylized graphics over to this more realistic, heavy air quotes going on here, environment. I'd like to say that there was more here, but take out that early couple of minutes of day before footage in the snow, you know, that game that looked like it was a game that was somewhat ready for people to play, and overall this was 6 minutes of just nothing burgers. But hey, at least they didn't troll us with another off-the-wall Continent app commercial, all pitched by overly aggressive salespeople. And I wanted to make mention of this again. When you don't have something in your game, you try to hide it by showcasing something else. This entire vlog, we constantly hear about updated visuals, updated graphics, better character models. But anyone that has played a survival MMO knows that many of those bits that make the game pretty have to be stripped down to ensure that the game is stable and runs properly when you have maxed out servers. I honestly don't think there's anything more to the current version of the day before than a somewhat pretty environment, a few zombies that look brain dead, crafting, looting, and a few very basic survival mechanics like drinking to stay hydrated. Other than that, I don't think there's anything more to this game. So yeah, for me overall, they missed the point of what the viewers were expecting. And after seeing that early version of the game, you know, the one in the snow, I actually think they've dug a deeper hole than the one they found themselves in before they posted this video. Also, before I sign off, I will have an interesting follow-up to this day before video going live on my channel tomorrow, so make sure and stay tuned for that one. As always, leave me your feedback in the comment section below, and I will do my best to respond. Remember to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay up to date on all my latest uploads. If you could rate and or share this video, it would be greatly appreciated. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and in my open community Discord server, links to all of which can be found in the video description and pinned comments below. Until the next one, this is Lieutenant Buzz Lightyear, signing off.